Overall, the customers were great, like 90 to 95% of the time. There was no issues with customers. It was fantastic. So, off the top of my head, customers that left an impression were Grant and Susan and their son Ryan were one of the first families to sign up for a membership back in 1981, and they were with us all the way up until 1994, coming in regularly. It was fantastic to always see them. And Ronin, Ronin, I'm blanking on his first name. He was a regular customer, definitely for the last 4 years, for sure. Saw him quite a bit. And there were two gentlemen, brothers. I'm not sure how they were related or whatever, but they would come in every single Friday, Saturday, Sunday, always rent 3 movies. And they were great to talk to, very friendly. They loved to ride their motorcycles on the weekends. And this one particular time, Sunday, they rented 3 movies. And next thing you know, they're 2 weeks late. Like, oh, that's very strange to them. Usually they get them back on time. Find out from my mother, they had gone on vacation. And so when they came in, she happened to be there when they returned the movie, say, yeah, we were on vacation the last 2 weeks. We got home and the movies were sitting on the kitchen table. We put them there and we wanted to drop them off before we went on vacation. And we got home and we realized we totally forgot. So my mother was like, oh, don't worry about the late charges. I'll just take them off. You guys are here all the time. So that's that made them happy. Another set, two different customers. Her last name was Gulka, Gulka. Him, I cannot remember his name for the life of me. I do vividly remember what he looks like. Both of them were deaf. So I took it upon myself to learn a few basics. Hi, how are you? Phone number. And he really appreciated it when I came in. When he came in to rent, he was so the smile on his face when he rented the first time he did it. I said $3.44. And the look on he was so happy that I took the time to learn it, and I was continued to learn a few more things, basics to communicate with them. And at one point he did, hey, I need a pen and paper. So he wrote down a note, gave it to me, and said, I appreciate you learning some sign language to communicate with me. So, and a lot of the older movies prior to 1990, he'd bring the tag and go asking if it had closed caption. Now on the VHS, it would say CC, or there'd be like a little TV set on it to show that yes, it would have closed captioning or not. So it was hard for him to find some older movies to want to watch that had closed captioning. But he really did appreciate, both of them did, him more than her, appreciate that I was taking the time to learn sign language. Another one was Crichton. That was her last name. I remember her because she'd bring her small dog. I think it was a Shih Tzu, and the dog's his name was Duster or Buster, something like that. But yeah, sweetest dog, always well behaved. Never had an accident or anything in the store or whatnot. And I'd always look over and say, "Hi, dude." So I did walk around the counter, but I kept my distance, and he got really scared because his previous house, he was not treated very well. So he was afraid of certain people, but looking over the counter, he was fine. So I remember them. Another customer, again, can't remember his name, but I vividly remember what he looks like. He'd always come in, rent 3 movies. This was when we had the rent two, get one free, but the free one had to be an older movie. So he was doing that for a while. And then I'm going to say probably 4 or 6 months later, his third movie he would rent from the adult section, which, hey, if that's what you want to get, I don't care. But the funny thing that I remember about him is we had saloon doors on the adult section. So, like, underage kids couldn't really see into it because some of the boxes were inappropriate. So, the funny thing about him is he'd walk up and go, and then go in. It's like, you don't want anybody to see you go in, but somebody could see you come out. If I'm the only one in the store, it's like I'm the one getting the movie off the shelf for you. So I just thought that was a little strange. He'd look around before going in so nobody could see him going in. And there were the Thoburns. They were regular customers as well. Both of their kids, Adam and Jared, ended up working for us. Jared for a little bit, and then he quit and moved on to do other things. And Adam worked for us for quite a little bit longer. It's been 91, 92. So I think Jared stayed for about a year, and Adam was 2, 3 years. He worked for us. And I'm blanking on his name. Another one of my coworkers, Ken Johnson, his father came in. We had known, remember his father from when my brother played hockey. He worked for the fire department. And I remember when Backdraft came out, I asked him how accurate it was. And he said it was about 75, 80% accurate. So that was pretty cool. So, yeah, Ken worked for us for quite a while, like 4 or 5 years, 4 years he worked with us. So, yeah, they came in quite a bit and got movies and stuff. Now, another one was the McGowans. They came in quite a bit. Their oldest son, Derek, ended up coming to work for us 1994, I believe, maybe 93, definitely 1994 he worked there. And here I am, still really good friends with him, took guitar lessons from him and everything. And awesome dude, still keep in touch with the family and everything. And yeah, one of the days at work, I did notice a customer standing in the horror section. Like she looked a little confused. And I asked if she was okay. I don't know. My son wants a horror movie for his birthday party. Oh, okay. Hey, no problem. Let me help you out. How old is he going to be? 8. Like, okay, so 7, 8 year olds, maybe 9, correct? Yeah. Like, hey, no problem. I'll help you out. I was basically drawn any blood. So obviously, I'm like, nudity's out. How much blood do you want and how much swearing do you want? She's like, oh, very little on both. I was like, okay, sure, no problem. Here's some PG movies, Poltergeist. There's, you see skeletons at the end. There might be, I don't know if any of the kids are going to have issues with clowns. There's a clown scene that might bother some of the kids. So you got the Poltergeist movies at PG. You got Lady in White. It's PG. It's a ghost story that takes place, I think it was the 1950s, 60s. So that's a little ghost story there. And we got the Jaws movies, which were all like surprisingly PG. And so went over, Gremlins and Gremlins too. So I explained to her, you got the Gremlin in the microwave, Gremlin in the blender, Gremlin getting the pull, the kind of explaining all the what might be scary for that. Then we moved on to the AA movies, which is 14 and older, and then the acceptable restricted movies. Trying to find out, was like, hey, no F words, maybe one or two saying shit or ass. So keep that low, and no nudity. So something like The Exorcist. I was like, that might be boring for Rosemary's Baby, might be boring for them. So it was a little difficult to try and find one acceptable for 7, 8, 9 year olds. And then, aha, I've got the perfect movie for them. Come with me. Go into the comedy section. Monster Squad. The youngest child in the movie is like, what, 5, 6 years old, and like all the way up to 14, 15. It's like they're sort of universal monsters, but changed a little bit because they couldn't get the rights for those. It's like, this will be perfect for a group of kids that love horror stuff. That'll be great. It's right in their age bracket. So she rented that, goes home, comes back the next day. I was like, oh, hey, how'd it go? Oh, they loved it. Thank you so much. I'm like, I knew this perfect introduction to horror movies for that age group of kids. Now, the one thing is, some customers kind of felt, I guess, guilty or whatever, renting movies from other video stores in town. It's like, we are not your parents. We are not the video police. We're not going to get upset with you if you want to go rent a movie from someplace else. You know, Super 8 Video will have movies we don't have. We have movies they don't have. Go rent movies from wherever you want. We don't care. Now, we would get phone calls. Say, hey, this is Super 8 calling. One of your movies was dropped off here by accident. So we take the name of the movie, look it up, call the customer. Hey, just so you know, you returned it to the wrong store. And most of the time, not an issue. There were a couple of times, oh, can you go get it for me? Like, no, it's not my responsibility. It's like, oh, I can't do that. Oh, come on, you gotta go get it for me. I don't have time right now. Like, I'm working. I cannot close the store to go over and get it. Secondly, I don't have a vehicle with me. So it's going to take me 45 minutes to walk down there, 45 minutes to walk back. That's an hour and a half the store is going to be closed. It's like, I didn't say that to them, mind you. To myself, I said that. But it's when you rented a movie, you had to sign your name. And on the back of it, it said, as soon as you rent it and walk out the store, you are responsible for that movie. If you don't return it, you will get charged for the movie if you decide to keep it. But what can you do? Now for the bad customers. Not necessarily bad. Customers that gave us issues. So we had some bumps here and there. I remember I really wasn't upset with this customer. She came in with her child, probably around 2 years old. And I was looking for a movie, letting the child roam around. And that we did have a little section by the front door for the kids to sit and play, which is why we had it so the parents didn't have to worry about their kid running around and whatnot. But the child, was kind of there and kind of walked back and forth, making sure mommy was still there. Then she noticed the chocolate bars of her, and you know how kids are. I really wasn't upset. They just grab the chocolate bar and just they squeeze it. I say 4 different ones. There's a Reese's peanut butter cups, squished. So I just mentioned, hey, it's so she's kind of getting into things, and if you want to keep an eye on her. I said, oh, why? It's like, well, I've got 4 chocolate bars here. I can't sell now. Like, fine. It's like, I'm just letting you know your child getting into things. It's like, my thinking to myself, be thankful I didn't charge you for 4 chocolate bars we cannot sell now. One that pissed me off the most. It was a Saturday morning. So I happened to be scheduled in the morning. This woman comes in, rents a horror movie. I, for the life of me, I cannot remember the name of it because it was one of the obscure low budget ones. I remember that. comes in, rents it, and as she's signing her name, I'm thinking, hmm, she doesn't seem like the kind of person that would watch a horror movie. She leaves. I happen to be working Sunday morning. She comes in, throws a, how dare you have this rubbish? It's the worst movie ever. I can't believe you guys have this as a selection to rent out to other people. I rented this for my son's 10th birthday party. And she walked off. Saying, I'm just thinking, woman, you're the one that picked the movie. You're the one that rented it. You're the one that decided not to watch it before letting your son and his 9, 10-year-old friends watch it. You did not ask, hey, is this appropriate for a child's birthday party? Don't blame that on me because you made a bad judgment call. Like, I made a note of her name and what movie it was. I told my father about it. Say, hey, yeah, we got to complain about this. And the child can't even come and rent a restricted movie for another 8 years. And you decide to let them watch it without previewing it first. At least put it in, watch it on fast forward. And then you can decide, oh, sorry, I got the wrong one. Have them watch something else. Like, I guarantee it was the child that wanted, get me a horror movie for the birthday party, which is fine. It's your call whether you want them to watch one or not. Speaking of kids, I show up one day, coworker says, don't let those two use the washroom because they don't flush. I was like, okay, that seems a little strange. Sure enough, he would have been around 8, 9, and she would have been around 6, 7 years old. But sure enough, he asked me to use the washroom. Oh, sure, go ahead. Goes to use it, comes back out. I waited a minute, went in. Sure enough, he didn't flush the toilet. I had to flush it. So I rented the game or movie, whatever. Come back the next day. Again, he asked to use the washroom. I said, nope. Oh, I know where it is. Nope. It's okay. I know where it is. I know where it is back there. Nope. Why not? Because you guys don't know how to flush the toilet. As soon as you learn how to flush the toilet, then you can use the washroom. Until then, no. Like at 8, 9 years old, you don't flush your toilet. Are you doing it on purpose? About a half hour after they left, it clicked in. I'm like, I got in trouble last month for not flushing the toilet. It's like, I didn't use the washroom. I let a customer use it. Like, I guarantee it was that kid that used the washroom and doesn't flush. Another thing was one thing my father said was once we closed the video store in 94, he could see who his real friends were. Meaning, we did have, there's this one family, 3 kids. I used to babysit the kids a lot for 4 or 5 years. I babysit them quite a bit. As soon as the video store closed, nothing. Didn't hear a word from them. Still have not heard a word from them. So it's like, are you pretending to be friends because we own a video store? Now that we don't, you don't care. You don't want to. It's like the dumbest reason why to break off of 5, 6, 7 year friendship because you closed a store.